In this video last week, I talked about 3 mistakes you might be making in your weight loss journey, including eating too many refined carbs and sugars, too many processed foods, and ignoring stress. This week, I want to build on that by giving you 3 more tips to prevent and reverse weight loss, and more importantly, to keep it off long term. And these 3 tips are non-food related tips, so they're more like lifestyle measures. But the biggest and most influential lifestyle measure when it comes to weight gain in the menopause is stress, and I do talk about that in the video that I just mentioned, so do check that out after this video if you've not seen it yet. And if we haven't met, hi, I'm Chelsea Green, holistic hormone specialist, and I am passionate about empowering women to have a natural, happy and healthy menopause transition. So if that's the type of information that you're looking for, make sure you have hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get notifications of all my videos. It can seem like weight gain in perimenopause, menopause and beyond just happens, like bam, one morning you wake up and you're 10 pounds heavier and the weight just keeps on coming. In fact, hit the like button if you can relate. But this doesn't have to be our new normal. There are things that we can do to help. The first part of that is recognizing that what worked for us in our 20s and 30s no longer works for us. We have to adapt, we have to work with our hormones and where we are at in terms of our life cycle. So the 3 tips I'm sharing with you today are doing exactly that. They're going to help you adapt and help you to support your body and your hormones for where you are at. Tip number 1, prioritize your sleep. So gone are the day of sleep is for wimps. Sleep is actually the most healing and restorative thing that we can do, and it's free. So at this time of life, we really do want to be prioritizing our sleep. When we don't get good quality sleep, and what I mean by that is 7 to 9 hours with at least 2 hours of deep sleep, but when we don't get that good quality sleep, it has an impact on other hunger related hormones. So when we don't sleep properly, we become temporarily resistant to insulin. That is, we end up on the blood sugar roller coaster and we crave carbs and we crave sugar. Not enough sleep also impairs our hunger hormones, so we don't get the messages that we've had enough to eat. Poor sleep also inhibits the human growth hormone, which is involved with fat burning. So you can see that a lack of sleep or poor quality sleep has a direct correlation to weight gain. But of course, in menopause, sleep can become a problem in itself. So if you are having problems, do check out this video where I talk about sleep, what's going on, and what you can do to help improve the quality and quantity of your sleep. Tip number 2 is drink more water. Most of us, myself included, are chronically dehydrated. And at menopause, the loss of estrogen tends to create pelvic floor issues of stress incontinence and urge incontinence. And so I see a lot of women cutting back on the amount of water they're drinking in order to try and resolve these issues. But actually that doesn't work. That makes the bladder acidic, and the bladder doesn't like that, and so the bladder wants to get rid of that acidity, and it'll make you pee more often. So actually drinking more water will help with all of those pelvic floor issues. Bringing it back to weight gain, dehydration actually shows up as hunger. So when we're dehydrated, we are likely to overconsume calories. But more than that, research shows us that drinking more water increases our resting energy expenditure. That is the amount of calories we burn at rest. And there's some evidence to suggest that drinking water before a meal leads to less calorie consumption. So get those water bottles filled up, ideally not plastic water bottles because we don't want the xenoestrogens, but get those water bottles filled up and make sure you're drinking ideally 2 liters a day of filtered water. Okay, tip number 3 is exercise. And of course, you know that you need to exercise, but what a lot of women don't realize is that our exercise needs change in menopause. So those types of exercises like endurance training, long cardio sessions, mega CrossFit sessions, they don't suit us anymore. Instead, what we want to be doing is strength training. When I say strength training, what I mean ideally is lifting weights, but it can be resistance bands, it can be body weight exercises, but we want to be doing strength training in some form. So unfortunately, with the loss of estrogen, we become much more efficient at storing fat and a lot less efficient at building muscle mass. And we want muscle mass. Muscle mass is more metabolically active. That is that we burn more calories at rest when we have more muscle and less fat. Plus, having more muscle mass increases insulin sensitivity, so we can get off that blood sugar roller coaster. It's joint protective, it's brain protective. It really helps with brain fog. It helps to promote testosterone and healthy libido levels. It helps with osteoporosis prevention, along with prevention against a lot of other chronic diseases users. So you do really want to be engaging in strength training. But what I would say in addition to strength training is you do want to be getting your daily steps in. Walking helps with insulin sensitivity. In fact, walking is one of the best activities for your metabolic health. So if nothing else, just make sure you get outside every single day and get those steps in. And I'm a huge fan of habit stacking. So you would try and get your steps in early in the morning, get outside in that bright sunlight, get the sunlight in your eyes without sunglasses, because that is going to help you to sleep better. And we're back to tip number 1. What I would also add to exercise is think about your daily movement. Daily movement accounts for 15% of energy expenditure. So 15% of calories burnt throughout the day just comes through daily movement. So that's all the things we do during the day, like shopping and cleaning and washing and gardening and even me gesticulating whilst I'm talking to you. All of that accounts for 15% of your calorie burn. So if you are like me and you're quite sedentary, you sit at a desk all day, set a timer on your phone for every hour to get up and move your body. Not only will that movement every hour help with your weight loss journey, but it's going to help with your overall health and well-being. We know that sitting is really inflammatory. They say sitting is the new smoking. So in terms of your long-term health, we want to be getting that daily movement in. So there you have it, 3 tips to help with your weight loss journey. But as I alluded to in the beginning, you have to be doing your stress reduction. You cannot ignore this part. It is a huge influence on your weight loss and your entire menopausal experience, whether it be hot flushes, sleep issues, bloating, joint pains, whatever. That inflammatory state will make everything worse. So you have to be doing the stress reduction. In fact, you can think of weight as your stress barometer. That's how important it is. And if you would like some help, if you feel like you've tried it all and you're struggling with your weight and your mood and your energy, I invite you to check out my Menopausal Metabolic Reset. It's a DIY course. You can check it out in the notes below this video, where I share with you all of my knowledge on menopause and weight, how to stop it, how to prevent it, how to lose it, and how to keep it off for good.